December the 17th, 2020. Guys, you're looking at information coming in from AccuWeather. And let me say this, for the last couple of years, we've talked about going into grand solar minimum. And especially this year as we were coming into the fall, I know I mentioned it on several videos about being prepared, having some extra firewood, things like that. We didn't know exactly how far this would inundate as far as into the southern United States. And right now we're at 34 degrees. It's going to be about 26 tonight here in central Mississippi. That's kind of cool, but it's not really bad compared to what some of the other parts of the nation are seeing. And we've talked about grand solar minimum, okay? And there's probably, I've got 100 videos up on it and what happens during that period of time, especially in the northeastern United States. Guys, did you know that more people moved to the west back during the year without a summer here in the U.S.? More people moved there to get away from the climate change than they did for the California gold rush. Anyway, look at this. This is since Wednesday. You got 45 inches of snow in Vestal, New York. Newark Valley, 44 inches. Ludlow, Vermont, 44. Croton, New Hampshire. Croydon, 44 inches also. And Alba, Pennsylvania, 43.3. Nearly 4 feet of snow. Some places got 4 feet of snow. Now, it has set records in many places. In some other places, it's a 100-year record, 50, 70-year record. And I bet if you did the data and go back and trace this down into the 11.8-year solar cycles, you could find out that we're more than likely we're in a grand solar minimum. And when you look at and you go back in history to the winter or the year without a summer, the shields are weak during this period. And so you have more magnetism, more heat pouring into, and more radiation pouring into the core of the planet via the electronic or the electric magnetic field lines. And so when you have that, there's more volcanoes. The heat builds up. And a lot of these very bad winters have signatures in the snowfall, in the ice layers of volcanic activity. So think about this. Shields are weak, very cold in the northern parts of many countries. And the volcanoes going off put so much ash into the air that you virtually blanket out a lot of the sunlight, which adds to the cooling effect. Now, again, I've looked forward for into the AccuWeather and other weather forecast systems, and compared to what you guys are getting up in the Northeast, it's going to be very mild in the South. We're going to have 3 or 4 weeks, through January and February of nighttime temperatures below freezing. But what you guys are catching up there is something that you really need to pay attention to, because, again, I know that if anyone has listened to my channel, I said it last year, the winters are going to get worse. Stock up on firewood, stock up on supplies, because people are trying to dig out up here, guys, and it's already getting nighttime, and the wind chill that's happening through the north, through the Appalachian northern points, is so cold that it's not going to melt anytime soon. Let's take a look at the wind chill factors. Now, here in the southeast, I'm in central Mississippi right now, and it's 34 degrees outside, and that matches what we're seeing between 43 and 30. But when you get up into the Appalachian Mountains in the top areas going up into the northeast, 23, 13, 1 degree, 5 degrees. All of this is below freezing, so the snow is not going to melt. And guys, it is literally covering cars and homes. It's causing major crashes on the interstate because they're not used to it. And again, think about 4 feet of snow in one day and one night. Now, luckily, The weather may clear up some as far as precipitation in the next few days in this area and allow it to get a break. But right now they're in a bad situation. And so overnight tonight, what you need to watch for is transformers blowing because of the wind chill factors, and power going out because of snow on the tree limbs. And I saw one video that was on Twitter. I can't put it here, but they did an overnight video from, I guess, the webcam out in the back of their home, and it almost filled up the deck to the rails. And you're seeing a lot of other problems. And if you look at this, this is a highway cam image. It's an overhead image of the 66 vehicle crash on Interstate 80 in central Pennsylvania last night, Wednesday night. The crash involved 55 commercial vehicles and 11 passenger vehicles. Again, this is webcams, Pennsylvania State Police. But again, guys, 4 feet of snow. It is a good thing that the weather may clear up for a few days, but the temperatures are not going to allow a lot of snow melt. They've got people in trouble that are trying to dig out and get their vehicles out of their driveways and get their driveways cleared out. And in this temperature and at 4 feet of snow, people are having problems, especially the elderly, trying to do this and make it and survive. But this is what we're looking at. I've talked about it for the last few years. I hope all of you guys up there are safe. This is going for several states now. It's not just Pennsylvania, all the way through the Northeast and through the mid-Northeast. So you guys keep an eye on it. Most of the precipitation is clear the land areas, but you got gale warnings offshore. But we're watching it, guys. You watch it. It's a heads up. We're going to see how this comes out. I hope everyone has listened, stocked up on extra food and water and heating, whether it's wood burning or extra gas or solar power, whatever you got to do. But things are changing, and it looks like the Northeast is going to catch the brunt of this. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.